You toy fancy collectors, this is Fly Guy for TekSushi.com. This has been out for a while, finally got a chance to review it. Again, it's way back in July or so this came out. I just have not a chance to get a look at it, but it's definitely one I cannot pass up. It's the Lego Cusoo Back to the Future set. So it's just an absolute essential, I'm sure, for most of you. I've seen a lot of people buying it. It's a ridiculous price in a lot of places. So some places are charging like $100 for this thing, which is just daylight robbery. It costs $35 in the US. I was in the UK and paid £35 for it, which is about $50. But it was there, and I just could not be bothered just going to the hassle of getting someone to ship it from the US for me. And long story short, so disgusting price really for a lot of places, particularly here in Australia that are stocking it. Just daylight robbery. I'm shocked at people doing it, but this is the way it goes. So you lucky people in the USA, $35 for this awesome set available in stores. And the reason why this thing is so popular is quite simple. I think people are buying multiples. There's some spare bricks in here running around. But you can see the three different looks from obviously Back to the Future Part 2, and of course Part 3. So lots of different alterations you can make to the one model to make the different versions of the DeLorean. The blender on the back there, and the red tyres, and the hover car features from Back to the Future 2, and obviously from Back to the Future Part 1. So some stunning stuff. There's some of the tiny details that just that make such a difference in the set. Time display settings, so obviously you get to see 1958 there, 1985, the 2015 license plate, the California out of time, just that iconic license plate, and of course the flux capacitor, where would we be without that? Now there are obviously two minifigures in the box, and they are Marty and Doc to complete that set. No dog, no Amy in there sadly, but that's the set. Now Cusoo is a set which was basically, if you don't know, a fan had basically, or fans can propose sets to Lego which then get voted upon and then made into an actual set, and this is how this came around. Now, the original set the fan made was actually a little bit better than this one that Lego have officially made, so something kind of went wrong in the build, it has to be said. Maybe to do with cost, I don't know. But we do get three vehicles, which is a plus, but it's a very clunky looking DeLorean, it has to be said. It does not look the best. This is the instruction manual, very thick and glossy, and quite different to the usual paper manuals you get. So lots of different options to change the vehicle around. As we showed you, lots of different ways you can chop and change it around there in the set, giving you all the instructions you need to build and make three of them. So as it stands, it's still a pretty neat looking vehicle. It also comes with two little clay feet which allow it to float for Part 2, that version there. So basically this is just a modified, I've slightly tweaked it. Oh, yes, I know it's from the first movie, but I'm tweaking it slightly. I'll take that off. So the tyres rotate at the side. You can just push them up and you've got your classic DeLorean there pretty much on the vehicle. As I see, very kind of clunky build in a lot of ways. I think there could have been some improvements made. From the back, it certainly looks the part. California out of time, it's just, even that alone is just a beautiful looking piece, but very well done in some parts, that's for sure. The doors are a bit of a problem on this build, it has to be said. When you open the doors up, there is no, as you'll see, no attaching piece there, which is a little bit odd. And we get the, this is a little bit off here, the front of the windscreen, rather than being straight, whoops, as I've managed to kind of break it off, I'll show you. Rather than being straight like so, and having the vehicle look a little better, and there's no glass obviously as well, which is something else, which is a little, we have to angle these pieces to stop these little gaps here, which just don't make it look as good. So yeah, I guess that's to combine all three together, but it just makes for a very dissatisfying and not very really good looking model. And at $50 I paid for this thing, expecting a little bit more, have to be said. So look, it's iconic, it's the first time it's been out, so had to buy it. But yeah, certainly don't pay the extortionate prices that you'll get here. I believe even Lego.com, I don't understand them over here. They just don't seem to get the market at all. I think it's very expensive, and the shipping I think is around $40 as well. So, you know, it's $40. It's more expensive to ship the thing here than it is to buy it. So, sadly, you're blocked from buying it in a lot of countries. You can't buy it from Amazon.com. You can't buy it from ToysRUs.com. You can't buy it from BigBadToyStore.com. You cannot buy Lego from overseas. So find a good friend. Go into Bricklink and lots of other cool places, and avoid the eBay nutters and online sales that are charging a fortune for this. It is $35. It's only worth $35. Don't pay any more. However, the minifigures are pretty cool. We get Marty in his first appearance in part 1. Pretty cool, not too bad. Don't remember having a purple skateboard, but there you go. He might well have done. He's got his body warmer on, and there's nothing else really printed on the back. I don't think he has. Oh, he does. He's got a shocked face, screaming at Doc. So yeah. So that's Marty McFly. That's him, and we get a very cool Dr. Scott. Dr. Scott Dog. I say Great Scott is what I'm thinking. So he's got his little timer on there from the first movie as well, and on the back his plutonium kind of outfit that he's got there. So very interesting stuff. But it's a good little build. As I say, it's not got that usual Lego model number. Oh, it does actually. My apologies. 21103 is the model. I'll put some links underneath to somewhere that is semi-reasonable to buy it, and we can find out more. But that's it. Back to the Future. Great little Lego Cusoo set. Apologies it took so long to review, but definitely worth your time or investment, and one that's a pretty cool build nonetheless. You tell us what you think. Where are you buying this from? Any good deals? Where have you been getting it from if you're in Australia, New Zealand, or globally? Where's a good place to get it? Lego stores, I guess, are the best for the majority of you guys in the US and Canada, and probably the UK, which is where I bought that from a UK Lego store on some travels. Put a link below, let us know, put some comments below and let us know what you think. And you can join us for more Lego news and updates on TekSushi.com, or on Google Plus as TekSushi, on Twitter, twitter.com/TekSushi, or Facebook.com/TekSushi. We'll see you for more Lego and other stuff coming up soon. Cheers.